Good morning, good morning. I forgot to put myself into the layout this part. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, that things are going well, and it's not just another manic Monday, if you know what I mean. Probably not. Nobody's here yet. It's all right though. I hope they'll be here. I'm gonna put my phone on do not on video mode though, so I don't hear it. Where is it? No, so there they are. Recording mode done. Okay. Hello, Chris. Hello, Tammy. Hello. I'm so glad you are all here. Good morning, Caroline. I really don't want to mess up your name. I think it's Sakaya. I'm pretty good at detecting like names that are unique. My daughter's name was Jerica, spelled like Jericho from the Bible, but with an A. So have a thing. Hello, Donna. Hi, Tina. I think I said hi, Caroline, but if I didn't, hello. Okay, guys, I know you see me with the fan action. If it's too loud, I apologize. I've been having hot flashes all morning. They're apparently making it impossible for me to talk. So I was originally planning on doing a project with last month's bargain bead box because my husband finally got around to drilling out the top and bottom little crystals that were on it. From the moment I opened it, I knew I only wanted the 3 across the middle. But, you know, hi, Rosanna. Hi, Beth. Yes, hot flashes. They suck. I haven't had a hot flash in probably 4 or 5 years, and I went through, I'm premenopausal and have been because I had a hysterectomy when I was 24. So, anyways, though, I hope everybody's having a good day. As I said, I was going to do something with bargain beadbox, but this got delivered. So I'm going to open this. I have a rule that I'm starting to see things, and at least I know where everything is this time because hubby and I worked together this weekend. So I am going through like organza bags, at least one a day, or like things where everything got swept off the desk and put in a bead soup. So I have to go through a bead soup or put away other bead boxes from the past. So, but I have this one. So let's do this one first. Ran out to the mail to pick it out. And I know you said you weren't sure that you would want it, Rosanna. I would say even if you don't get the dollar bead box, the dollar bead bag is a great subscription as well. Yeah, I know, Rosanna. Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah. I would recommend getting the dollar bead bag if you're not going to get anything else because it is 8 strands of 3 and 4 millimeter fire polish beads. It's $8, dollar a strand. Plus, then you can, but if you don't, you can pay for a membership as well. But then you can go and buy beads at $1 a strand, and then they have some hot or other things that they sell for $1. But I happen to really like them. So if you want to be surprised, step away till you get yours. Put this in watch later. I don't want anybody to have the surprise spoken. Also, you guys, here, I'm gonna go down. If any of you like a good Z bead or two, I literally have this whole jar of them in 2 different sizes. There are some that are really big, and then there are some smaller ones. So, like, if you guys ever need something, the likelihood of me having it is very high. If Pauline was here, Pauline will tell you, because she almost exclusively shopped my stash the other day and was a very, very nice customer. The invoice I was happy to send out. Also, I have this one. There was one that didn't make the cut, but I'm thinking about sanding around the edges where it broke, and then like maybe attaching a like gluing a bead cap on top so that it can still be used. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Sakaya. Oh, okay. So September 2025. Step into the season with a palette that's as cozy as it is captivating. This month features dreamy lavender, royal purple, and warm bronze, perfect for designs that echo falling leaves, golden sunsets, and a hint of magic. Whether you're crafting for calm or drama, these rich tones are your muse. And then they give a coupon code. They have like a special every month. And they like you can get 10% off and whatever else. So I'm gonna go to the back. Well, let's go through the dollar bead bag first. And I know it's a little like this isn't gonna be straight on because I need to get off my butt and figure out how to record with my new phone. And then I can just use this one when I'm not at home. But I haven't done so yet, and it keeps like it has my hands up here instead of where they belong down here. Okay, enough said. I just need to get to it. So if one of my platinum ladies can reach out to me later on and say, Heather, did you figure out your camera? I would greatly appreciate it. I need a friend every now and then. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Zakaya. I think it would be really cool. It would be its own little like boho bead, don't, yeah. If you know, you know. But yeah. But that was to say, like literally, you guys, if you're looking for something or you see something on my desk and you're like, oh my gosh, that's cool. What is it? The likelihood that I'll sell it to you is very high. Just saying. Okay, so let's sort out the 4mm and the 3mm. The other thing that I like about this is that at least once there's a matching strand between the 3 and 4mm, which I like because then you can graduate your sizes as you're going up, and it opens up the possibilities. Like you could do bracelet like that and use the 3mm as the outside beads, and then when you need to go through one bead back and forth to go to the next thing, you could use the same bead and it would give you a lot of continuity. Those are called Z beads. Yeah, I love them. My favorites are like the ones with the like this. I love it. I'm not saying I don't love these too, because they're gorgeous. And like these, I always call them the mustache. Why can't I talk? But the thing that goes on your lip, mustache. I couldn't think of it. Sorry. It's a little hard for me today. But yeah, and like, see, I like the ones that are like you turn it and the pattern keeps going. I like stuff like that. But yeah, this is probably 3 strands of ZBs all in one. But okay, I digress. Back to the list. 3mm strand. Purple. Are you kidding me right now? That's what I get for having a fan on. Alrighty. Purple lined Maria. Oh, purple copper lined Maria. I don't think it's that. Because that's not purple. This is always a crapshoot because you can't really tell. I think this is the copper lined. Maria. And I do have it in 3 and 4 millimeters. I'll just say that up front. Then I have Vintage Purple Luster, which I believe is this one because it has all of the gold on the outside. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, this is Crystal Maria. I know that one. This could be Crystal Copper Amethyst or Vintage Plum Copper because sometimes they don't have enough. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong list. Sorry. Okay. I'm guessing that this is Vintage Purple Luster. I was looking at the 4 millimeters for answers and I was at 3 millimeters. So we'll pull this one back down. So this is the Vintage Purple Luster. Then I believe this is the Crystal Copper Maria. And so this would be either Crystal Copper Amethyst or Vintage Plunge Plum Copper. I'm going to say I got the Plum Copper because it is, it's like a purple color, but then it also has the copper. And then we go down to the bottom and we already moved up the purple line Maria. We have the crystal blue Zaria, which I believe is this. And then we have the green gold blind Maria, which I believe is this. And then I got the matte rainbow bronze. So that's the bead bag. It's a subscription all of its own. It's $8 a month. It is a great way to build your stash for spacers because I know a lot of us use our dollar bead box for that exact thing. So here, let me zoom out a little bit because I'm sure I was off camera a couple times when I didn't need to. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go and open the bag and bring the list over here. Use my handy dandy. Oh, you have a glass jar right there. Okay, so we're going to start with the strands and then we'll go to the additional items. Oh, so much purple. If you guys love purple, yeah. I hope you get yours too, Caroline. That would be awesome. Okay, so the strands are again over here. Stop. Wrong list, Heather. Okay. Check glass glass pearl and 3x5 millimeter, as well as 3x5, as well as 4x6. There's 25 of this bead and 20 of this bead. Then there is crystal check glass gem cut rondelle, purple or purple travertine. And there are 25 pieces. I think that's going to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. No, I think this is further down. Let me see. These are the pinch beads. So I'm going to guess this is the, no, this is another glass pearl. So it has to be this one then, and I just counted it wrong. Check glass pearl or 4 millimeter glass pearl. Mystic purple. It has to be this one. I just don't see this as I got the 4 millimeter check glass pearl in Mystic Purple 40 pieces right here. Then this is going to be the matte bronze hematite or vintage plum copper. I obviously got the vintage plum copper. There are 20 of those. And then there are check glass pinch beads, and they are purple caramel or purple caramel luster. I think I got the first because I don't see a lot of luster, but that's okay because I love a good pinch bead. They're so much fun to design with. They just give you an interesting shape, and they just like move around and like make the light travel up, people's eye travel up when they see your pieces. And then I have oh, this must be the purple or purple travertine. And I believe I got the purple travertine. There's the missing bead. Okay. And then these will be fun to go through. I never know what these are called, so I always say it incorrectly. And then I feel dumb. Okay, this is the check glass Y bead. It is lavender with travertine, which will come in handy with the other. I love these. Those are pretty. And then there are some brass nuggets. There are 12 pieces, and they are 5mm. Oh, those are kind of cool. They're not like the same shape. Like it's thin on one side, thick on the other. And then I guess the next one on the strand would be the opposite. Those are kind of cool. I haven't seen anything like that before. Like I I haven't seen one of that. And then we have the tubular beads, which I'm gonna guess are the. I wish they would just put stickers on the bags. Just saying. These are the check glass tabular rectangle lavender opal with travertine, which again goes with the Y bead, so that's good. My eyes are watering. Probably so that fan blowing at me. And then we have the check glass rose, which is opaque violet, and it has like more of that darker tone that's not really brass and not really gold. It's kind of right in between, which is good. And then we have check glass flower, white opal. There's one of these is 22mm. These center drilled beads are getting more and more popular, and I'm glad about it because I have so many that I could never figure out how to use. And then I see people like stacking these with other filigree beads, and then it becomes like the focal for them, which I'm here for. And then where else is there? There's the empty bags. There is the rose. Yes. Yes. There's some check glass drugs that come in matte violet rainbow or matte gunmetal. I think I got the violet purple, and I would have preferred the gunmetal, but that's okay. Those are cool though. Those are really pretty. Okay, and then we have check glass button beads, pink AB2X. So you know what that means. These are gonna go. I never know what to do with these. These look like brains to me. Yeah, you don't like it either. Right, I don't care for them either, but I have been seeing the way that people are like stacking different sizes, and I personally haven't given it a try yet, but that's something I apparently need to do. Okay, and then we have the etched crystal 12 pieces, which are these. Ooh, and they don't have a B on them. See how pretty they are? They don't need it. Some of them are more clear than others. They're just kind of, no two beads are the same, which they rarely ever are, obviously. But yeah. Then we have the next picture. Oh, nope. These are next. These are the check glass flower lavender with a copper wash, and there's 2 pieces. Can anybody say earrings? Then we have the Rondell Twisted. Wait, oh, right here. Twisted Rondell in dark mauve. 8 pieces. Love this color. I love this color. I'm gonna have to go see if they have more of these. I like the shape of them. They're like the spacers that I sold in the last sale. That aren't like the potato chip wave. It's actually a ruffle look. That's the same thing as these on the top and bottom of them. It's almost exactly the same. And then we have our, oh, I don't know how I missed these. Where were they? The bellflowers, lavender with travertine, same as the all of these. Like I've literally seen people putting these in the middle of like one of these, and then they'll put like a bead or whatever, or they'll find like a bigger hole so that this kind of sets down in something. My imagination have not gone there yet. And then we have these chat glass cabochons crystal heliotrope, and there are 2 pieces. They're cabochons. So again, one of my goals is to either figure out how to crochet something to this so I can use these, or they are really cool. Look at the colors. They just like every which way you turn them, they're different. So you know I've got to figure out how to they're just so cool. This has actually got me very inspired to like figure it out, Heather. Figure it out. So that is the September bargain bead box or dollar bead box. Sorry about that. It is a very low cost box. Comes once a month. I don't have a coupon code yet. Rosanna, you don't have one, obviously you don't get it. I'll figure out if there's a way that I can put it down, and then I will put it in the description box or the comment section of my next video. So these don't get sorted yet because I know that I'm going to be designing with them. So to put them away would be silly in little jars and such, because I know that I'll use them. In fact, let's see. I really love this purple bead. They're beautiful. You could definitely pull it off with the copper. Okay. Well, here we go, folks. Looks like we're making something with these right now. These would be really pretty in between them, too. Okay. Pull in a little bit of copper, either this way or with a spacer bead. You guys have no idea how happy I am right now that I'm like already. Woo-hoo, I know what I want to do with this. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I think it's just going to be these little pinch beads. And then can I pull, will this go at the very center? If I have these in 2 other places. No, don't like that. Yep, these are coming off. I also have my tools to the side of me now and not in front of me, which I'm very happy about. I don't know why I didn't change it sooner. It's the perfect way to have the perfect place to have my tools. So, okay. So I need copper sheets. Let's see here. I know I have something like this. Okay, it's not copper. These down, so I have them Mm, 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 mm. Oh, that's frustrating that I can't find my copper buttons. Because I literally just have them. That's what I get for organizing, right? Because we all know that there's a method to each of our magic. Also known as mess. Ooh, perfect. All right, I'm good now. It's fine. I don't care if we have the copper, we have the bronze, and both of those go together very well. And I'm not even sure that I will use these now that I have these pulled down. Because I think it would be pretty to have them like, and I'm seeing multiple bracelets, which I prefer over wrap bracelets only because I like to have the option to wear each of the strands separately, while rather than have to like hem and haw about, oh, does this go with that? Does this go with that? When I want to wear it with something that may or may not be the same color. If I even know where all my rulers are, you guys will not believe how many rulers I now have under my bead mat. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna cut about 9 inches off. Just give me some wiggle room. Clip. Look, guys, I haven't had to leave my desk yet. Knock on wood. I stood up to look over there, but I didn't have to get up. So I'm very happy about that. Okay, clippy. Oh, wait, what are these? No, I don't like this. Don't know how those go. My clip box. There we go. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to go with the. Now we're going to start with this. And then we need some seed beads. 11 or 8. I'm just pour out a few of each. So I have them. The other thing I haven't found that I'm very sad about is my jar of those itty bitty dark brown, dark bronze beads. Those were like some of my favorites. Okay. So if we go there and then we put going back and forth about if this means a bead cap or not. Nope, I don't like that. It's too much of a size change between them. Or I could bring the copper in with this strand or this strand. I think I'm gonna pull this strand out because I have a whole bunch in this like steely blue color, like several other forms of it. They don't have the copper on it, but it has the lining. So let's do this. Sorting through as many bead stoops as I did this weekend. If this gets behind again, just saying, that might mean that I need to be, committed to a mental institution because that's just crazy. It's just crazy. Okay. I may have to jump up to see if I had copper over there because I know I do, and I know I have copper head pins as well. These are just my gold and silver. Now fall down. Ugh. Okay. Start eating. I'll be right back. There it is. Okay. And she's back. And it sounds like I need to go close my Facebook tab because it's going off. Okay. There we go. Okay. I knew that I had some stuff left over from my last gemstone orphanage box that I got, but I also knew that I had an entire box of it. So there we go. That's what we're looking for. Now we're talking. I have some of these on that dreaded wire we all hate. I really don't want to get poked with it. I got poked with it last time. And it hurt. Come on. Okay. That bead has been sacrificed. I don't have a lot of these, but I have some. I have these. I have some clasps, which will likely come in handy. And I have some chain. Okay, we're good. Okay, I want anything else out of it. Right there. There we go. Back to the copper. Okay, so I have 2mm, but I do also have these like little rectangles, which are kind of cool. So okay, I am gonna do a strand of just the pinch beads and these copper, or they were marked rose gold plated, but you know, it's copper. Oh my goodness, get on the string already. All that, and it wasn't even its turn. Okay. I might put this Y bead at the center, or oh, why can I not pick up beads this morning with my wire? Oh, it's a little splayed. I just cut it at an angle. I because it'll help me pick them up easier, but I will warn you that you also want to pay attention, because just like those other beads are hard to, like, you don't want to get the nasty poke, so will the end of this now that I did that. Okay. God, wait a minute. Sorry, missed a lot. I started on my phone. Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks ago. Oh my goodness gracious. Goodness. Yes, you're absolutely right, Rosanna. There are like disappearing acts. I'm just sad because those were literally my like favorite. You guys saw me. I used them over and over and over and over and over again. And um I bought out what Brittany had left and then put them all in a jar, organizing. And I lost them like a month ago, and now it's just not coming through. Going back and forth about the Z bead, or I mean, not the Z bead, the Y bead, putting it at the center. Come on, put it. Why do I have an obsession for small beads that do not like to strand easily? Because they're oh so pretty. I was just explaining to the ladies, Beth, that wait, what was I? Oh my goodness, are you serious? I don't know what I just told. Oh, I was telling them that I like having like coordinating bracelets and like selling them more as a set, so that way either I or somebody else that may not want one strand or another, or it doesn't go with it, goes perfectly within the bracelet, but then sometimes it's hard to like pick out clothes around it. So, and I like to use my stuff, I like to be able to split it up just in case it doesn't go with a certain outfit or two. But that's crazy. Why? Hi, well, thank you for stopping by. If you wouldn't mind letting us know your name, I would love that. I don't know if you're a new viewer or not, but we're happy that you stopped and said hello. Appreciate that. Oh, how did everybody like the show last night? It felt really good afterwards. Latridra. Oh, nice to meet you. Hope I said that correctly. Telling one of the other ladies, my daughter has a name. Her name is Jerica, but it's spelled like the same as Jericho. So it's Jericha, and she's gotten everything under the sun at the coffee shop and whatever here. I just opened my dollar bead box and got inspired right away. So I'm making some multiple strands that could go together in like a triple strand bracelet, but I like to stack bracelets instead. So they'll all go together, but they can also stand on their own. Speaking of which, I think this one is going to be too long. but I could be wrong. We'll see if I need to take some on off afterwards. I would bead cap this, but I don't know that would be possible. I could do it on this side, but I don't know. Or instead of using a bead cap to make it special, nope, not this bracelet. So yeah, this one's just going to be really simple. I'm just going through, and I need to get some new bead mats. Like that. I keep forgetting. I got glue and then paint on my other one, so that one was thanked for his service and went to his final resting place. Oh, goodness gracious. I think splitting it made it worse, not better. Oh, you missed it last night? Oh, good. Glad to hear that. Did you see the show last night, Latidra? Is that how you heard about me? I had a lot of fun last night. I hope that it's okay, Carolyn. The good thing about YouTube is that unless it's a complete and total dumpster fire, it's going to stay posted on my channel. There might even be a few of those dumpster fires on my channel, but yeah. We just sit and hang and chat. There's actually a lineup of 3 of us every day. Randy goes on. I'm Pacific Standard Time. I don't know where you are, but she goes on at 7 o'clock my time, and then Rosanna goes on at 9 o'clock my time, and then I come on at 11 o'clock my time. So if you just figure out the different time zones that way, it's a lot of fun. Rosanna is in Rose's garden with some numbers after it that I always forget. If it'll let you, Rosanna, you can post it. And then Randy is on Thunder Horse Descendants. But this Friday, I'm going to fill in for her on the early hours, so I won't be on at my regular time. Oh, goodness gracious, this is driving me nuts. Okay, if I try to use these 2 millimeters in the next design, yell at me. If I make excuses, yell at me. Because this cannot be like in any way, place entertaining to watch me make a bracelet that should probably only take me like 2 minutes, but you know. All right, let's see where we are at lengthwise. or inner diameter wise. Okay. We're like right at 6.5, and I still have to add the clasp. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Wow, I didn't even mean to do that. I'm going to take off the final pinch bead on either side. Then I will reclasp this. And then I'm going to use one of these closed jump rings for my connection. And I will go ahead and wire that in when I do my loops. Oh my gosh, dang it. Oh, I didn't even think about crimps. I don't know that I have those right here. Dang it. Or if I did, I don't know where I put them. Are you kidding me? I had everything. I had to get the rose gold stuff, but that was because I wasn't anticipating doing anything rose gold. Are there any crimps in here? No, but I do have clam tips in here. So I think we're going to go ahead and go with that. And I will just find a regular crimp. Oh, that's frustrating. So I'm probably going to want to take another pinch bead off of both sides, because if I've got to use the clamshell, then, oops, there you're clipped in. Because the clamshell is going to add to it, and then I'm going to have to find some kind of crimp. I know I have. Oh, look, I do have rose gold. I just don't know if they're the cheap ones. I'm not quite sure. They probably are. But if I use a clam tip, it won't. It'll hide. So I will try to do it with a magical crimper and see, because I'm not sure even where I got them, but we'll give it a go. Never hurts to try. I got enough extra space that if it doesn't work out, I can always crimp it again with the clam tip on the end. Okay, let's go from first. Squish. Please stay out of my way. I'm sorry, I didn't go over how to use the magical crimper, so I will do so on the other end in just a moment. I apologize. Sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be teaching and not just doing. Okay, it worked. Don't know where I got those, but they were obviously good ones, because it worked just fine. Okay, so then we can move this all down over here. It's going to end up being shorter now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. It's okay though, because I don't use are you kidding me right now? Where did I just put that down? Oh, they're right next to me. For those of you who are new here, I have a condition called Durkheim's disease that messes with my memory. And so sometimes I don't see things that are right in front of my face. So just I apologize if it is like ridiculous. I know, but okay. So I put my crimp on the end, and then I got my loop to where I wanted it. And then I'm going to use the magical crimpers. And magical crimpers are different than what regular crimps that put a divot in the middle and then fold. And then fold with one piece of the wire on either side in either channel. These instead have a concavity in the middle of them that when you crimp, it slowly will turn it into a round bead. The biggest thing to do is to make sure that it is centered where that concavity is each time that you go around and crimp. I have also found that if you add some other kind of like scrap of beading wire that you might have, it just helps you have a more successful magical crimper experience. So you're going to want to, I just made that way too tight. You're going to want to make sure that you still have some movement and fluidity to your bracelet, which is important. And no, I'm not saying that you need to have like a big gap, but it's fine. Then you just center it in the middle, making sure that your last bead isn't going to get caught up in it. And it's not, but I got to move it up. And I like to put my thumbnail right there just to give myself enough room. And then you just crimp, and you don't have to press really hard, but it just continuously pushes the metal back in on itself, and you just rotate all the way around. I had a very hard time using the magical crimper when I first got it. It actually wasn't until last Christmas when Becky Foster was on a Merry Maker live with Sam's Bead Shop, and I had it up on the TV, and she showed her crimp that got a little bit mangled, and she kept going, and it showed that it just needed to. So I was A, not keeping it centered all the time, and B, was likely giving up on it too early. If I gave another squish or two, it would have been great. But yes, hello, Dorothy. I hope you're feeling better, hon. So yeah, that's I learned how to do it thereafter because she explained, and I saw that it wasn't just a mistake that I was making. It's common. And also, there are magical crimpers that just don't work. They may have had a bad run of them or whatever else. And so now so if you returned them because they didn't work, get another pair and see if it was just that crimper that did it. And if not, let them know that, there's this batch is bad. Where my deliverance now. Okay, we are just going to. I cannot find a jump ring, and I'm sitting here making myself mad instead of just just grabbing one of my copper things. I really like these, you guys. The wire is self-contained. It's not going everywhere. It's not getting pulled out and then not being used properly. And it's not getting thrown away and all bent up and everything else. So it's just nice to, I like those a lot because sometimes I get interrupted on within my journal as we're going on. So I'm just going to go to the very end of with the smallest step of my bead-along 6-step veil making, and I'm just going to rotate. When you're making your own jump rings or anything, you want to make sure that as you go up, you are going underneath the first ring and not in front of. Otherwise, you're going to run out of space, especially if you are trying to make a large number of jump rings all at the same time. Also, I like to make sure that I use all of my wires, so I will just keep rotating it and use my flat nose Randy plier and squish it down until it's on there as well. Then this is a small succession of jump rings, but if you're doing a lot, let me show you. Is this 20? Oh, it's 27. Oh, it's too. If you take if you're doing a long succession of jump rings one at a time, if you take another piece of wire and you put an L in it, which this is way too big, so I don't know why I did that, but you put an L in it, and I like to, because I use mine over and over. I actually make a little loop at the end and rotate it around just to have it sturdier, and so it doesn't get thrown away as a scrap piece of wire, because that would be wasteful and drive me nuts. Anyways, you just want to put a very like small space in between the first and second like little ring there, and then you're going to come down and open it up, and then you're just going to twist this. I made this last one really tight. Okay, there we go. And then you just keep rotating this around, and it will separate your coil enough to help you have a lot of space to make your cuts for your jump ring. So I just do that all the time. It's already flush cut on this end, so I'm gonna clip right where it hits there. Then I'm only gonna trim off the part that V'd like this. You don't need to cut off any more of that in order to get a flush cut on the other side of your ring. Again, you're just gonna do the very end, flip your pliers over, cut the next one. Come on. That one's not gonna be usable, but it's okay. Because these are smaller jump rings. I mean, no, I did the final step, so they don't go up on the nippers high enough. That's why those were messing up. Flip it around and cut it the other side. Okay, so if that's that way, then we'll just cut this here. There we go. And there is waste, but not as much waste as if you were to do it in other methods. Okay, where are my black? So I'm just going to open this jump ring. I'm going to put it through the loop at the end of my bracelet. And then I'm going to put one of my clasps on that I surely got out, right? Or not. I thought I pulled the bag out. Oh, I did. They're right here. Now, these ones came with these little tabs, like old school bails. I just don't use them. You can if that's something you prefer to do. And I also don't connect my clasp on directly. Because I mean, if it did break or it did fail, can you go in with some heavy duty clippers and cut the lobster claws off completely, yes, you could. But then you are back to needing a jump ring to set it back up. So there we go. That is the first of our dollar bead box bracelets. I might go ahead and do a video after this to post some more of these. So look out for that. And if I don't talk to you later, I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you guys all for joining me today. I greatly appreciate you choosing to spend that time with us. And so I really appreciate it. Have a very wonderful rest of your day. And I can get over here and be ready. As always, guys, happy beading.